All right, let's get to guest number one. This is actually her second appearance on the show. Her name is AC Jones, and she is back with us. How's it going, AC?
Hi there, Kenny. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being back on the show. It's your second appearance.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on again.
Yes, absolutely. So, obviously, 2020 was a different year for all of us. 2021, at least so far, a bit more encouraging, a bit more hopeful for obvious reasons, especially you as an artist, as a performer, getting to perform in front of crowds. How are you feeling in 2021 thus far?
Yeah, 2021 has been going well so far. Released a new single in February, and so that's sort of been going out there. I filmed a music video to go along with it too. And if there's one thing I got to say about 2020, it really taught me how to sort of go with the flow and figure out new ways to do things. So it came to making homemade music videos and doing things doing things like that and finding ways to be able to learn new skills, to be able to put those kinds of things out there. Um, and so it really kind of tested me to be creative a little bit and try and expand my abilities. So I am thankful for it in that sense. And 2021 has been going really well so far. We've got a couple shows on the books this summer. So I'm really looking forward to getting out there and performing again. I've really missed it.
And from the looks of things, from me being taking a sneak into your virtual shows, whether it's you playing the guitar or whether you're playing the piano, a lot of they miss you too. Your fans, your
Oh,
supporters, they miss you as well, and they are very eager of seeing you back performing again. So, speaking of your new song, which came out this past February, you wouldn't know me now. That is the name of the song. So let's talk about this record. Um, did you did you wrote this song through quarantine or was it afterwards? What was the whole process of this song?
yeah. So this song actually was written back in 2018. So there are so many songs where they've been written years ago, and you finally get the chance to put them out. And so it was written in 2018. It was recorded in 2019, and then it was released in 2021. So it was just kind of a crazy schedule on how that song came about. But I co-wrote the song with two co-writers, Pete Manny and Billy Atherholt, and it was such a cool process for writing this song because when I met Pete and Billy, I didn't know them at all. Someone that I was working with set me up on a write with them. And so I didn't know them, they didn't know me. We got into the writing session together. And I always come into a writing session, I've got my notebook and it's filled with song titles. So I'm prepared for the write, I'm ready to come in. And so we sat down, we said hi, and immediately I pull up my notebook and I start going through titles. And Billy looked at me and he said, "Hey, you know what? Let's just talk for a little while." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I put my notebook down and we talked for maybe an hour, hour and a half. It was a long time. We just got to know each other, and we really started to dig deep into what I was feeling at the time back in 2018 and where I was in life. And at that point, I'll be honest, I was going through some really tough stuff, especially in sort of the heart department, as I call it. And I had just been through something that really started to make me question who I was. And I had a hard time finding myself again and figuring out who exactly I was. And so, as I expressed this to them and how I was trying to regain that in my life, Billy and Pete kind of looked at me and they're like, that might be a good way to go with this song. Why don't we write about that? Because that's what you're feeling. And so we started the process, and Pete started playing the guitar, and he said, just start talking out what you're feeling. Don't worry about writing lyrics or rhyming or a melody. Just talk. And so I did, and so I started throwing just these thoughts and feelings out there, and we jotted them all down. And then we sort of went back and took those raw emotions and wrote them into lyrics for the song. And it just so happened that I had the title "You Wouldn't Know Me Now" in my notebook. And when we were looking for the hook and how to end the chorus, I pulled that up and I said, "Oh my gosh, I think this fits." and it just so happened it worked perfectly with the song. So it just kind of all fell together.
Definitely a process putting
Yeah.
this song together. 2018 was written, 2019 it was recorded,
Mhm.
2021 is now out there for the public to hear. Um,
Yeah.
and so it's incredible process of how the song came to life. And
Yeah.
you being a songwriter, definitely, it takes time to put words together and just trying to figure out what direction you want to go with a song. People do
Exactly.
music based on either the experience of artists or someone else that they know and love, and
Yeah.
and when you put it out there, and people like get into it, it's like a magnet, and it's just like, okay, um, I feel what she's saying. I feel where she's coming from. I'm all for artists that's put relatable music out there. Something that
Mm.
a family member, or co-worker, or just someone that a stranger that you may not know. Maybe just seeing AC Jones performing and just hearing that song, like, oh my gosh, she
Mm.
she know what I'm feeling right now. That's just
Yeah.
it's music is powerful, man. It's strong. It's something. It's just appealing, and I really like this song. When I heard it in February, I'm like, man, AC's, she's feeling something. She's like,
Mm.
just let me just tell you how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
such an incredible song. You wouldn't
Thank you.
know me now. It's the name of the song. It's available on all digital music platforms. This is her first release of 2021. Now, you said you got some shows coming up in the summer in 2000, and very eager getting back to performing in front of you know crowds again, actual
Yeah.
people, instead of going through the camera and people typing in the chat rooms and whatnot. uh
Yeah.
so with that being said, how excited are you feeling of just getting back out there and performing again in front of people?
Absolutely. I am so excited to do that. Performance, it just being able to be with people and sort of feed off of each other's energy is such an important thing. And that face to face communication in music is just what really helps you connect. And we've been missing that for the past, gosh, year and a half. And so I am so excited to get back out there. And I'm even more excited too because um, over 2020 and the beginning of 2021, we really got to sit down and think about our live show, and discuss with the team sort of how we wanted to proceed when live shows came back. And so I'm super pumped for this because these shows that I'm going to be doing this summer are so different from anything that I've done before. And we've really choreographed and really felt out the show and planned the show to be a very interesting performance, I'll just say. So I'm really excited to step out and have this show be seen like it's never been seen before. And so I hope everyone enjoys sort of the new format of what an AC Jones show is going to be like. But I can always guarantee it's going to be high energy, and it's going to be one of those things where we just want you to sing along and connect with us all on stage.
Ooh, brand new AC Jones. Okay, brand new experience per se.
Yes,
You know,
it'll be an
so
experience, that's for sure.
so be on the lookout for that. Now, AC is available on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram at AC Jones Music. On Twitter, also AC Jones Music as well. And make sure you stream and purchase her song You Wouldn't Know Me Now. So that is available on all the platforms. And I'm pretty sure with AC getting back to performing in the summer. She's gonna be putting out some more. Could we expect more singles or something like that in the coming months as you getting ready to get back to perform again?
As far as the timeline on that, that is not exactly, I don't have a specific date or timeline in place, but I can say that I've been working on some things. I will say that. So stay tuned in the future for sure.
Stay tuned indeed. So, AC, I've been, with this pandemic, it took me some time. Like when I was laid off, I went through some things and wondering if I was going to do the show again or just be on a lengthy hiatus.
Yeah.
But somewhere inside me, just like, yo, man, you got to keep going, you know. And I did, and I've gotten to know some new artists. As I was, as this we went through the quarantine days, just the stay at home days.
Yeah.
And I started listening to your music, and and your music is very um, amazing. It's very
Thank you so much.
uplifting. You are such an uplifting human being. Like every time I
Oh,
see you, whether it's social media, whether it's um, or just doing your virtual shows, like it's very uplifting. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go into this show, listen to this artist, knowing that I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm going to feel good enjoying it.
oh,
So, thank you, AC, for just not just being a talented artist, but just being a good human being as well. I mean, this world could certainly need a whole lot of AC Jones in
gosh.
this world. So I'm just putting it out there.
Thank you so much. That is, Kenny, that is the nicest compliment that I could ever receive. And I thank you so much for that. It's just, I just think this world could always use a little more love, a little more encouragement. And I know how much music has meant to me over my life and how it has been used to encourage and uplift me. And I just hope that to some degree, I can do that for other people too. Um, that's the goal in all this. So I thank you so much for that.
Appreciate you, AC, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much again for being back on the show. AC Jones is going back to performing in the summer. Check out her social media accounts for all the details, and she'll let y'all know when she and the band getting back at it. And go stream her latest single, "You Wouldn't Know Me Now." That's available on all digital music platforms. Great chatting with you, AC. Continue success. More importantly, be safe out there and continue to keep in touch.
Thank you so much, Kenny. I really appreciate you having me on tonight.